Most people still believe that you need a creative team to create cinematic ads like this for your business. But today, I'm going to show you how to do it using AI in 3 simple steps. It's low budget, high quality, and it's fun to make. Step number 1 is creating the starting images. Step number 2 is generating the AI videos. And step number 3 is actually editing the video. And what you'll need to follow along is Higgsfield AI, you'll need ChatGPT, and you'll need a video editor. So I'm using my custom GPT, and as you can see, I prompted it something really basic. I just wanted to create a starting image, cinematic drone view of a guy at the top of a hill. He's a snowboarder, and he's prepping to hit the slope. So here are the 4 prompts, and each one, I just went ahead and I copied it, and you paste it here, and you would click Nano Banana Pro. That's what I'm using. I click unlimited because it's free, and I do the 16:9 ratio, and then I let it run, and I did that for each of these 4 prompts. So I got 4 images, and I ran with this one. And then I opened up another chat, and I wanted to create a beverage, as you guys can see right here. And what I ended up doing, because I wanted to get the logo from it, was I asked it to create a horizontal logo. So I just clicked edit, and then I put in my prompt, which was the one that you just saw, and I didn't like that. So I iterated off of this one, and I clicked, and then I put in this prompt, just the logo, words, no can. So I got the original logo for it. And what I do to keep things organized is I created a cinematic ad folder. So for my 5 scenes, the images, so the product image, starting image, and then the Extreme Sync logo. So as you can see, this is the starting image we used. Same thing with the product image in here. And this is the actual logo. Logo, product, starting image. And you don't have to overcomplicate this part at all because we're done with step 1 now. So now that we have our images, what we're going to focus on is creating the scenes that we're going to prompt for the starting image to create each individual scene that you saw within the video at the beginning of this. So I asked it, can you give me 4 different storyboard ideas, some briefly, and then I ultimately wanted to get 5 scenes, so I added that. So it's just a conversation back and forth with chat to get what you're looking for. Okay, so charge before the drop. Okay, and then I got the 4 storyboard ideas with 5 scenes in each, and I ultimately decided to run with this storyboard here, number 1. Sync the moment. Then I just asked it for prompts for each scene in the first storyboard idea. And after it gave me this, I asked it to specifically reference image 1, which would be this one here, and have it reference image 2, which is the product, in the prompts itself, so it can understand which image to use for what in the videos. So as we could see here, using image 1 as the primary visual reference, which is this, it's going to create the scene and everything, so on and so forth, scene 2, scene 3, scene 4, and scene 5. And then now that we're done with the images, we're going to move into Google VO. And this is why I like having folders, since it's way more organized. And I'm just going to take the starting image and I'm going to plug it in here. We're going to come back up here. And same thing with the images. We're just going to copy this and we're going to paste that in here. And then I would run with the fast model. You could leave it as 1080p, and then this is the right ratio because we wanted that horizontal cinematic video type. Once this is all clear, you just generate it, and then we would just do the same thing with each individual scene, copy it, paste it, same image. You're just going to chat with your AI until you have a really good idea of what you want the scene exactly to do, because I realized looking back that I didn't want the can or the logo in the first scene or second scene, and I'd rather just add the logo after the case so that I can control that, because if it's a graphic in the video and you're prompting it, then it's hard to remove it. So you have to be strategic with the way that you're prompting. And another tip for you guys is to remember that you don't have to use every scene of the AI video. For example, I might only want to use maybe the first 2 seconds of this, and it's never going to be perfect, but it doesn't have to be because it's pouring water into the can. That makes no sense. You didn't see that in the video. So I just used the portion that it was already done doing its mishap and just used the latter part of the video. So you're not stuck to using whatever it creates. You can splice it as you need. It might take you a few shots your first time around, but that's okay. And all we're going to do is just download each of these scenes and we're going to add them to our folder. Now we have our images. We have scene 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I always like to ask my model what kind of music I could use because it has a lot of context as to the video that I'm creating here because it's creating the prompts for me. So it gave me a good idea. And moving into step 3 is just editing the video. Now I'm logged into Descript. There are 110 better options than Descript to edit your videos, but this is just what I'm using. And I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of how I actually edited the video. So we just upload each scene, make sure they're named correctly so we can just plug and play as we need. And I have my logo here. If we look at this logo in particular, this one is a vectorized image, meaning this image here had a white background. So I just copied the image or saved it, and I went over into my Canva and I took the image, I uploaded it, and you'd use background remover. And when you download it, you just click transparent background so that you're able to get the vectorized image. And that's how I was able to get this image here as a standalone image. And you could see it's cut out. I start with plugging all the scenes in sequentially. Then I ultimately just decide what makes sense to put where, how long I should leave each scene. Like this cutout here, I made it literally 2 seconds, or yeah, 2 seconds. And then I split it because partially in between it looked a little glitchy. So I cut it up, used some of the video that it generated on Higgsfield. Here, this video was slow, so I sped it up. The last part, this was 8 seconds long. I cut it short and I used the latter part of the video like I showed you. And as you could see, in none of these scenes did I use the full 8 seconds that were generated from Higgsfield. You can find other music sources as well, but I just used what was stock here. Searched the type of music I wanted to add, found it, I added it in. I added some audio effects so it fades in and fades out. And without going on and on, that's how you create cinematic AI videos using Higgsfield. I truly hope you got value out of this video. And if you'd like to see more content like it, just subscribe. And if you'd like access to my tools and systems, consider joining my school. The link is in the bio. I hope to see you there. But if not, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.